So with that, I don't want to keep you guys waiting for our amazing training session with the beautiful Janine Whitver, our head of product education.
Hi everybody, good morning. You know, I just go from glam to glam. Did anybody see me this morning? Yeah. Hi, it's so nice to see all of you. So, did we have fun last night? Yes, we did. But skincare is a very serious business, right? And what I mean by that is it's a serious equity driver. It's serious earnings, right, to your business. We know that skincare products, they definitely have higher prices, but what's the payoff of that? Higher earnings. So here's a question for all of you. Did you know that Avon has rejuvenating products that mimic professional treatments? That's a real question. Did you know that? Yes? Yes. Ooh, I love it. Well, they do. So, why this topic? You know, spa level skincare. So, here's the thing. When I was planning convention, so this is just you and me talking, right? When I was planning convention, they were like, okay, you got 45 minutes, pick something with skincare and go. Had tons of options. And I really couldn't figure out what I was going to do because there's topics that you can never train on enough. And then there's always new things, right, that I'm always wanting to train on. But then something happened. And this is a true story. So, you know that I am a lifelong beauty lover. I am a skincare enthusiast. I know, no surprise to anybody. But you also know, if you've really been with me on the journey of skincare, that in terms of skincare, we know that our skin is determined by a lot of things, right? The health of it. It's determined by genetics, right? That's a big part of it. But it's also determined by the skincare that you use, how you treat your skin as we mature. Now, as we mature, and this is where I'm going to be very open and honest with you, sometimes there are pro-treatments that we may actually want to do to enhance results. Now, what I'm going to talk about is some of the pro-enhancements that you do not want to do at home. For me, it's microneedling. Have you ever heard of microneedling? Raise your hand. Okay, for those of you that haven't, let me go ahead and scare you a little. It's a pen with a lot of needles, and those needles actually micro-injure your skin. Are you like, why would you do that? But here's the thing. Those micro-injuries, it signals your body to go into repair, and that's what actually prompts new collagen and new elastin growth. Now, collagen and elastin, I won't go off on this topic, but by the way, it starts to diminish in your 20s. So that's something that we want to replenish, right? And it's fabulous, right, for microneedling, but we never want to do that at home. If you want to scare a dermatologist doctor, just go to them and say, oh yeah, I've been doing my microneedling, that's great. They're gonna be like, oh, because you can actually injure your skin. There's risk of infection, scarring. Anyway, all of that to be said, I've determined that as I've matured, that is a procedure that I would like to do, but I'm not going to do that at home. Now the real story. A couple of months ago, I went to go see my esthetician at my dermatologist spa where I go and get this treatment. She's doing the microneedling. I had not been there in almost 2 years. And as she's doing the treatment, she starts scrunching my skin. And I'm like, well, that's weird. I've never felt that before. I'm like, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm looking for a line. I can only see one line by your mouth. And she was like, when we're finished, I need you to tell me what you've been doing, because unless you've been going somewhere else and cheating on me, she was like, I need to know what you've been doing. So the treatment finishes, I share everything. She was super intrigued. And so I put my representative hat on, and I was like, well, I have some samples that I could bring by. Now, how ballsy of me. This is a dermatologist, plastic surgeon's office. All of these estheticians, they have access to everything. And I'm like, cool, I'll bring you some samples. I bet you can guess what happened. I brought samples of some of our top products that I really have been using. She sent me a text before I could follow up, and she said they, plural, they want more. They want to know how to get more. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, no problem. So I send them the links. Fast forward, it's not only turned into a bunch of skincare sales from a professional office, they're now looking at our color portfolio too. Of course, it's all like, hey, behind the scenes, right? And that was I know that our products are good. I know our products are amazing. But that was a moment, that was like an aha moment for me. And I was like, they want Avon. They are professional individuals that have access to everything. Medical grade skincare, top of the line treatments, and they want our products. By the way, they're still using those products. So if anybody's looking for some customers in Jackson, Mississippi, see me after this. Okay. Here's the other thing. I also realized that the products really give real solutions, right? They provide comparable results to what you may go to a med spa or a dermatologist spa and receive. Now, it's not always going to be apples to apples, right? But comparable results. Clearly, our products did something for my skin, right, over the past 2 years. And yes, I'm dedicated to my skincare, but so are all of you, right? I'm not doing anything different than you could do. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay. Yep. So, I first of all just want to take a moment, and I want to thank LGH&H. Because LGH&H, without them, we would not have such incredible innovation. They're giving us opportunities that we've never seen before. They're giving us opportunities to expand our business. And listen, I love all of my other products, right? But including all of that into the portfolio, that's given me the opportunity to say, hey, we now have products that give you comparable results that you would get in a med spa. Now, this isn't about me today. This is really about you. But I am you. I am your customers. And most of us, right, typically want to age gracefully while keeping our skin in optimal health. And so today, you are going to become a skin spa specialist. Is anybody interested in that? Yeah. Would you like to have customers at a med spa too? Yes? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna learn about the treatments that we actually offer, and we're gonna learn how to elevate the overall experience. Fabulous end results without the hefty price tag. That's another thing we're gonna talk about. So, one of the things that I wanna do is set up the session. We're gonna talk about the professional treatment. We're gonna talk about what is the desired result. So when you go get a professional treatment, why do you do it? We're gonna talk about a skin trend, if there's one that's applicable. And then we're actually gonna see what Avon's solution is. And we're gonna talk about a couple of key highlights. However, I don't wanna do this alone. I need an expert in selling. Someone who is absolutely incredible, growing her business, reaching new customers every single day with incredible ideas. So please help me give a warm welcome to Whitney Cline, Gold Ambassador, President's Club, Beauty and Business Blogger, 2021 Board Member. I have all the colors of the rainbow. See my rainbow map? Okay. Okay, so Whitney, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna provide the setup, the solution, and you tell me what you're gonna do for us.
I'm gonna help you turn your knowledge into sales.
Woo! Okay, so we're gonna address a lot of things, so I think we're gonna go ahead and jump in, Whitney, because we've got a lot to cover. So, med spa. Ooh, do you see this list of treatments? So these are real treatments that you would go to a med spa. So why do people go to med spas? What do they think it's gonna do for them? It's gonna really help to dramatically improve their skin even further. So, some of the treatments we have that are real. Microdermabrasion, microcurrent facial, a chemical peel, fillers, and face yoga. Be truthful. Anybody ever had any of this before? Raise your hand. It's just us. Okay, I see. Yeah, I see some of you that I know that haven't raised your hands, but that's all right. Okay, first up, microdermabrasion. So what is microdermabrasion? Microdermabrasion buffs away kind of that outermost layer of your skin. Top layer of your skin is the epidermis. And what it's trying to do is it's trying to expose smoother, more firmer end results, right, with your skin. So, not that I'm gonna go too deep with this, but you see that little tool? That tool actually can do one of two things. That tool can actually spray exfoliating little crystals, and while it's spraying the crystals, there's a vacuum that actually sucks up the crystals and sucks up your dead skin cells. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad, right? There's another way that you can do it with a diamond encrusted tip. And I'm like, diamond? You had me at diamond. Yes. But the point of microdermabrasion is it's all about removing that outer layer. Now, the beautiful thing about microdermabrasion, there's no downtime. They recommend that you do it once a month because our skin cells turn over once a month. Now, the cost, average cost of microdermabrasion averages about $150 a treatment.
Yikes.
Now, very often when you go to a med spa, they will try and sell it in bundles. They're like, oh, but you need your skin to be revitalized once a month. You need to come and we'll give you a better deal. Come to us. Or we'll give it to you for only $1,000. Wow, okay. So, all right, got that. So what does microdermabrasion do? Smooth skin texture, evens tone, reduces fine lines. Anybody here interested in having that? Yes? Everybody's going to be going up, right? So, what is our solution? The Knox microneedling polisher. Did you know that we have a solution that smooths your skin texture, evens tone, reduces fine lines? Pretty cool, right? All right, Whitney, I know you love this product, so talk to us a little bit about the product.
I love it so much. The first time I used it was last year at convention. I was blown away. I went in the bathroom, used it, and came out, and my skin, the texture was amazing. I couldn't stop touching my face. It was so soft, and it's so affordable too. I'm all for a product that's on a budget and also delivers those results one-time use.
I was gonna say, you just hit it. You can see results with this product after one use. So check, check. This is a great at-home alternative, right, to microdermabrasion. And it also is an enhancement for if you're doing microneedling. So this is a really great product that you need to be remembering. By the way, everybody have your workbooks? Yes. Be taking these notes. This is a great time to take notes. And we may have something for you after. Okay, let's keep on going. Microcurrent sculpting. How many of you have ever heard of this? Yes, okay. So microcurrent facial, what is that? It's a facial that stimulates the muscles to give you a natural lift. I bet you can already guess what the tool is, right? I've talked about it nonstop, but the microcurrent machines, basically, they work the muscles of your face, and overall it's lifting, but it's also known to help stimulate collagen. They say that it tightens your skin appearance. So here's the deal. With any kind of microcurrent facial, regardless of where you go, the results last anywhere from 4 hours to 24 hours. You got that? Because the price is going to be incredible. Do you know how much it costs to go get a microcurrent facial? $250 to $500 per session.
What?
$250 to $500, Whitney, for real, per session, and it lasts how long? 4 to 24 hours?
You're gonna have to go like every day, right?
Alrighty, okay, and again, it's all about having that lifted, contouring skin. Whitney, let's talk about, oh, trend alert. Actually, where's my music? Where's my DJ this morning? This would be a lot of fun. Okay. Trend alert. This is a trend alert that actually started, I would say, in 2020. It is continuing to go right on through 2022, and you're going to see a lot of trends with at-home, right? At-home devices are a big deal with microcurrent machines. By the way, these at-home devices, they start in the neighborhood of $300, and they typically go north of about $750. So a good investment, right? Because if you're going professional, you're paying a lot, but if you're doing this at home, right, you start to see that you can save a little bit of money. However, Whitney, go ahead and talk to us about what we have.
Well, we have the Equate face and body massager, and I kind of have a confession to make. When I saw this in the What's New, I thought, yeah, okay, I need this, but then I saw the price, and then I flipped right by. And I'm a firm believer in showcasing all of the products that Avon has and letting our customers decide whether or not they can afford that. And I robbed my customers from an amazing product. I robbed myself from the commission on that product, so shame on me. So I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna show this off and show them how they can save money with this treatment. You know, women will spend money on a product that we know that's gonna work. We will save up. we will, if it's in our budget, we're gonna splurge and get it, or we're gonna join and get the discount so we can get that product.
No, absolutely. And I know that sometimes price can definitely be a little bit prohibitive, but that's why I wanted to kind of break this down for you today, rather than just looking at it and be like, ooh, $200, I can never afford that. It's when you start breaking it down. Have you ever heard of, like, price per wear? When you buy something, a really, really nice outfit, and you're like, oh, but it costs a lot of money, but I'm gonna wear it all of the time. That's how I break down my skincare and my tools. How much am I really going to use it? We know that this isn't for everybody, but for those that are interested in really having that visible lift and having those immediate effects, this is a really great tool. And again, I talked about it last night. It has those 2 modes, one for muscles, which feels absolutely incredible. I was using it on my feet last night. I'm not even sure if that's a thing. But I also, and don't worry, I cleansed it before I went to my face. But we also have the red mode, which is the EMS, right? The electrical muscle stimulation. So really incredible, and I can tell you, absolutely competitive. In fact, a little more competitive than some of our competitors because we have different modes, whereas some of those do not. Okay, continuing on, chemical peel. Has anybody ever had a chemical peel? Yes. Do they feel great? So a chemical peel is really meant to improve and smooth the texture of your skin. Like, that's just the bottom line, what it does. So they really, depending on the level of chemical peel that you get, you can go very light, you can go very deep, but typically a chemical peel is meant to remove the outermost layers of your skin. So I like to say it's kind of a controlled injury. I like the word injury a lot, right? So it's a controlled injury. So what you do with a chemical peel is you go to a professional, they'll lay you down, they'll pamper you, wash your face, and then they're like, oh, and they see you get a little mini fan, and you're like, what's that fan for? And then they brush a solution on your face, and then it washes off, okay? And chemical peels, I would say that they can be light peels around $150, but they can go all the way up north of $3,000 and more per chemical peel. So, one of the things that we want to talk about in terms of, we have another trend alert. Trend alert. At-home peels that actually work. Now, why would I say this? I would say this because you remember yesterday when Linda Montavon, cha-ching, where is Linda, cha-ching? Thank you, Linda. This is one of those. So remember, Linda, yesterday when you were talking to everyone and you were sharing, you're like, sometimes don't we question, is it a good product or is it good marketing? And this is where I will never divulge, but sometimes when we look at products, sometimes they don't always deliver those end results. It's really good marketing. So that's why this is a big trend. It's like people are like, yes, I want to do something at home, but I want something that works. I don't want to have to go to the med spa. I can't afford $3,000. It's not COVID friendly to go in. I want to be able to have those results. And the great news is that we have the solution. Knox's Revitalize and Reveal Intensive Peel. Now, Whitney, I know you have an incredible story with this, wink wink, so why don't you go ahead and share the story.
So this is one of my all-time favorites. It's hard to pick a skincare favorite because I love them all. But the first time I used this chemical peel, I could not believe my eyes. I looked in the mirror and I was like, I think I just lost 5 years of wrinkles off my forehead. And I just happened to be talking to a good friend of mine, Emily Stevens, you may know her, she's kind of a big deal. And I said, girl, I just lost 5 years off my face, you gotta go try it. So she got up and she went and tried it. And then I got on social media because that's what we do when we find a product we like or a restaurant we like, we share, we tell everyone. So I got on social media and said, hey, this product just changed my face. I've got samples, who wants one? I gave out 6 samples. I sold 5 full-size bottles off that because it delivers one-time use.
Did you guys hear that? From one sample. You gave out 6 samples and you sold 5 full-size on the spot. Well, that's pretty incredible. So this is definitely a product that is a one-time and you can immediately see the results. Now, I'm going to share something with you that is really cool. And when we were in development, I was so excited. Side note, the estheticians that were clamoring after products, this was one of them. Every single one of them bought one of these products. hello, they have access to the chemical peels. So this has 28.3 active ingredients, alpha hydroxy acids. This is one of the highest concentrations that you actually can receive in a product that's over the counter before you start paying for one of those professional treatments. By the way, professional treatments, in case you're curious, we talked about the lighter chemical peels. We're not going all the way deep, right? I'm not gonna go 5 layers deep on your skin. This is just removing, kind of, refreshing the top layer of your skin. When you go to a dermatologist's office, a med spa, their percentages are anywhere from 30 to 40% of glycolic acid. 30%. Ours is 28.3. I love 28.3. So when I'm looking at the market, there's only one other competitor that has one that is just right at 30%, but they do not have, all they have is the active alpha hydroxy acid. They do not have what we have, which are PHAs, polyhydroxy acids, and what that means is that the alpha hydroxy acids are turning over the skin cells, right? And those polyhydroxy acids, they're coming in and they're like, hey, we gotta skate in quick because we need to rehydrate your skin. And so that's why if you use this, you'll notice that when you use the product, that when you remove it, your skin instantly not only feels refreshed, but it also feels hydrated. Now we love for you to take it a step further and pair it with Green Goddess. Green Goddess has so many benefits, but one of those is it does reduce a little bit of redness. By the way, it's very normal with doing a chemical peel, with using this product, to have a little bit of a flush. So I just kind of want to throw that out there because I know I've received a lot of questions where people are like, oh, my skin, no, it was red. And I'm like, it's supposed to be, it's doing its job, right? And by the way, just side note, there is a difference between burning and tingling. You know what I mean? Burning and tingling. Okay, so really incredible product. I really could do a whole entire session just on this one alone. Oh, look at that. Do we think that was me? What if all of these pictures were me? They're not. Okay, so fillers. Everybody's like, oh gosh, Janine. Hey, listen, I wanted to get your attention, right? I couldn't sing and dance today, so. Fillers. So injectable fillers, they go into the soft tissue and they go into your skin at different depths. So you can do fillers in your cheeks, under your eyes, you can do it in your lips, your chin, you can do it in your hands. I mean, the list goes on. And really, it's meant to be a treatment that's puffing up, right? Kind of giving you that bounce back to your skin. So dermal fillers typically start in the neighborhood of around $500 to $1,000 per syringe. And depending on the treatment, you may need more than one syringe. So we love the fact, oh, I just love all of these pictures. See, I included everybody. So again, they help fill in facial wrinkles, they provide facial volume, they're really going to restore, give that smoother overall appearance. And here's the thing about the professional ones, they are temporary, right? Because your body does end up absorbing those over time. So nothing we're talking about today is permanent, everything is temporary. So we have some solutions for you. Whitney, I know we're going to talk about these three. We have a new Hydrofusion, the 1.5 Hyaluronic Acid Serum. We're also going to talk about the Clinical Booster Moisture Lock, and then Vitamin C Antioxidant Lip Treatment. So Whitney, take it away with 1.5 Hyaluronic Acid.
1.5. I love the serum so much. When it first came out, I'm like, how do you say this? What is it? Well, now I know all about hyaluronic acid. I love to learn about the ingredients and what they do for the skin. I am loving using this all the time. It gives that immediate results as well. And I'll put it up here and gives it a nice little plump and fills out your wrinkles and hydrates as well. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. And hyaluronic acid, we know that is a super hydrator, right? Hyaluronic acid, it can hold up to 1,000 times its weight in water. It's like a massive sponge, right? So you put this on your face, and this is another one with visible results. You put it on, and what it's doing is it's absorbing the moisture, and it's literally plumping out your skin, right? Plump here, not here, at least for me. Okay, so, really quickly, I wanted to also talk about the Clinical Booster Moisture Lock. I mentioned this last night, that this is a really great product, especially for individuals that are like, listen, I want the plump, I want the hydration, I want the moisture, but I'm already either using so many products and I can't add this in, or I just don't have the skin that really, calls for very heavy creams that really can, infuse that hydration. So this is a really great option because this moisture lock does exactly what it says. It's going to actually infuse that hydration, 72 hours, we have the clinical results, but it is so lightweight. So this is gonna be a great option if you're like me and you use a lot of serums and you're like, hey, this is great, I just need to put a little bit of moisture before I move right onto my SPF during the day. Or maybe you're the type of individual and you're like, I just cannot seem to get enough hydration. You can actually take one of your existing creams. You could take, Mission, you can take, LXU Platinum, you can take Ultimate, whatever you are using, and you can actually put a few drops in your hydration, your moisturizer, and that's really going to give you a nice additional lock of hydration. So this is an incredible product. I cannot say enough about this one. We also have the vitamin C antioxidant lip treatment. Okay, so again, real talk. This isn't, we're not actually putting in a needle. You're not gonna get the same results as if you go and get, filler in your lips, but this product does smooth and it also visibly plumps your skin. So when you hear me talking about my skincare and what I use, there's a reason that every single day, twice a day, this is in my routine. And of course at night when I follow with my vitamin C, the overnight mask, right? Okay, Whitney's like, can we just get to the next one, please?
No, it smells like a creamsicle. I'm like, do I tell it, do I say it, or do I not?
Oh, that's right, you did creamsicle. Face yoga. You guys like that? Okay, this one may be a stretch. It's not a stretch. So, face yoga, it involves massage, like kind of exercises to stimulate the muscles, your skin. It really helps with lymphatic drainage. So it's all about, like I said, alleviating some tension, alleviating some stress, but some also believe it really can help to contour your face. So in terms of the treatment, it really depends on where you're going. These average per treatment, anywhere I'd say from about $25 to $200 a piece. And typically, when you go to, a spa or a med spa, this is kind of one of those things they're like, hey, do you want to add this in? Do you want me to do this at the end to kind of give you kind of the finishing glow? So really important, again, it's all about facial contouring, lymphatic drainage. Lymphatic drainage is a really fancy way of saying depuff. So, have you ever had, a night where maybe you didn't get enough sleep? Me this whole week. Maybe you had a little bit of, indulged in a little bit of, adult beverages, right? Maybe you had a little bit too much salt, something like that, and you wake up the next morning and you're like, wow, like where did all of that come from? This is where face yoga, really stimulating your face, working out the lymphatic drainage, kind of upwards and outwards, and then going down. That's really what it is doing, okay? So this isn't just some, fun thing to do. There is actually a reason for doing it. I personally prefer it for the depuffing and the lymphatic drainage rather than going full-on contour because we have other tools that can do the contouring. So we have two solutions. Whitney, talk to us about the Equator facial roller.
I feel like a big deal when I'm using this, right? And I don't know about you guys, but I really could have used that this morning, but I left it at home. I love using it. I'm going to use it now.
Yeah.
Over my,
no, you just
have my makeup done. Up and out and down. I love the smooth texture of it. I feel like a really big deal. You always want to make sure you have a moisturizer on first. You want to say why?
Yes, please say why.
Because it can be a little harsh on your skin if you don't have a little bit of protection there. So I love to layer all my serums on, my creams. At night, I'm like, we do as many layers as we can. And then I do the face roller, and I guess I'm doing yoga.
Yeah, you are. You were like, when we were talking about it, you were like, she was like, face yoga? That's another type of yoga I can be doing, right?
Does it burn calories like that?
Yes. Actually, legal's probably going to yank me off.
No.
Yes. No. But we also have Missions, the blue Aventurine roller. Now, this is one of those rollers that you may be looking at this and you're like, oh, great, yes, that was in a limited edition set with Mission. I have never received more requests for this little roller. Once the set, was kind of out of portfolio, everybody's like, but how do I get the roller? So guess what we did for you? Remember the convention exclusives? It's in there, so that's another reason to take advantage of those convention exclusives. So perfect little roller. Technically, you can use this all over your face. For me personally, I love our Equator. It really kind of really works all of the lymphatic drainage upwards and outwards in a really nice massaging way. And for the blue Aventurine, I personally love to kind of start in my eye area, and then I go up, and then I go out, and it really helps with the depuffing. You can also use it for some of your pressure points. I won't do it right now, but you kind of go in the corner, press, and then you go up and out. So really nice little addition into anyone's skincare routine. Blue Aventurine also, it's a natural stone, so it's always gonna feel cooling, feels very cool right now. But if you put it in your skin fridge or your regular fridge, whatever it is, it's going to feel extra incredible. Okay, so we've talked about our professional treatments. Everybody feeling good to know that you have solutions for professional treatments? Pretty incredible. Okay, so really quickly, we're not gonna spend time on this, but I wanted to show you that when you go to a derm spa, a med spa, whatever kind of spa it is, there's always facials, right? And they're always like, hey, let's get you a facial, or let's do an add-on enhancement. And as I was going through this, I was like, oh my gosh, we have these products. But Whitney, I know that you have something you really want to talk about with this one.
Yes, how gorgeous is this menu right here? How fun would it be to put together a menu of treatments and services and invite your friends, family, customers over and have them pick a treatment from the menu and then have a product in their samples or products that mimic the treatment on here. So they're coming in, they're having a fun little spa night in your home. You've got the products for them to try, maybe get some bubbly drinks. You always gotta have snacks. Get maybe some fun white headbands and just have some fun. You're having some fellowship fun, drinks, but everybody's trying the products. And you know, when people try, they buy, and I don't think people quite realize that we have all the products that mimic these treatments, and it's just a fun way to kind of elevate your in-home party.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'm thinking if you invited me to one of those parties, I would absolutely be there. I'd be like,
schedule one next month.
Are we gonna do a peel? I'm gonna do an add-on facial. I would be there. You'd be like, Janine, this wasn't a weekend retreat, but so some of those facials that you may see, Hydrofacial, Defy Gravity. Where's my music? Oh, okay. Troubled Skin, Mask Me, Calming, Get Glowing, Recovery Mode, Indulge Me, Be Free. We've got all of these options, right? So let's just kind of roll through these. Hydrofacial. Now, I promise you can give me a list of products that are super hydrating, right? But we're just choosing some of our favorite collections and kind of showing them. Believe it's known worldwide. There's a reason it's one of the worldwide bestsellers, right? So they have incredible products. It's all about hydration, but they also have bonus benefits. You know, I love to talk about bonus benefits, but the whole reason for that line is all about hydration. So no better way if you want to have a Hydrofacial than to indulge yourself or your customers in Belief. And there's a whole entire, collection of Belief. Defying Gravity, of course, we talked about this. We talked about this a lot this weekend, and it's because it's just such an incredible line that really has incredible results. Lifting, sculpting, contouring. Troubled Skin and Mask Me. Now, troubled skin, this is a pretty common one, right? A lot of people, struggle with your skin regardless of whatever your age is. Mask Me, the reason I put this up here is this is a real thing. And it's funny, I was talking with someone a few months ago, and they were like, Janine, how did you beat the skindemic? And I was like, excuse me, I should have come up with that word. It was a skindemic, and it's because, as we've been wearing masks, right? Did any of you have any issues as you started wearing masks with your skin? Or have you heard from customers? Yeah. So, true life, real life moment, always keep it real. So for me in particular, I noticed that as I was wearing masks, I just felt slimy inside of my mask. I felt like swampy, right? Because I had so much, skincare on, and while my skincare always absorbs, it just wasn't getting the air. So even myself, when I know that I have to be in a mask for prolonged periods of time, I know this is going to be a shock. I pull back on my skincare a little bit, at least in this area. From here up, it's all good. But from here down, I've pulled back. And I have noticed, even myself, like as good of care as I take of my skin, I've noticed that there have had some troubled skin moments. So I love the fact that we have some great products. And again, we have the brand new LX New Clinical, the Poor Perfector. Cannot say enough about that. Visibly proven in 15 minutes. Clinically proven to visibly reduce pores as well as blemishes. And that is a big one. And I don't know if you really were tracking last night when I was talking about and blemishes. We've never had those clinical results for blemishes. And that one is major. So there's something coming out in the press. I won't give that away, but there's a really big something coming with that one. I better stop talking, okay?
It's okay, keep going. It's fine. We won't tell anybody.
This is when the people on the sides are like, beautiful. Okay, calming, physio gel. So we all know again, if you really have skin that is super, super sensitive, or it's easily irritated, or maybe you're just having, a certain period, right, a transition where your skin is experiencing sensitivity, physio gel, the entire collection, the daily moisture therapy, the calming relief, such wonderful solutions. Daily moisture therapy, all about infusing with the hydration, all of those really great ingredients, and calming relief. It does all of that, plus it also helps with redness. Get glowing, vitamin C. We've talked about all of our Equinox products, so really great products. I will not start talking about vitamin C, because if I start talking, I will not ever get off stage. We also have recovery mode. Recovery mode. This can be for anything. Maybe you've spent a little bit too much time in the skin. Maybe your skin's fatigued. Maybe you're just like me and you just love it. Every single day I start off with my facial mist. I travel with it. You saw that this morning. That was a full size. Everywhere I go, I use it, and it just gives me the refreshment, but it also is a great solution. My husband was doing some yard work a few weeks ago, and he put on his sunscreen, but who did not reapply? I was like, So he didn't reapply, and he, got a little too much sun. So when he came in, I was like, okay. I was like, just turn around, and I was like, and he was like, and then he was like, oh. It felt really great, right? So we have lots of great products to really help you with recovery. Indulge me, Michelle. Regardless of where you are, traveling with the travel set, the full-size products, right, Whitney? Such great products to really feel indulged wherever you are. And be free. The reason that I included this one is because with facials, you'll start to notice as you start looking, and now that I've said this, you're gonna start looking and you're gonna be like, oh yeah, they do have all of these. But super, super trendy right now for med spas, derm spas to offer vegan and clean options with their facials and some of those products. So I just want to kind of always call out that we have this. We have vegan, it is clean, and of course with these products, PharmaRx and Green Goddess, also sustainable packaging, which is really important to note. Add-on enhancements. So we talked a lot about these, but I wanted to put this in because this is another thing. Remember, you're at the med spa, derm spa, you're getting your facial, and it's like, ooh, can I give you a little add-on enhancement? These boosters are the perfect way to either add on to your customers' skincare routines, or maybe you're just like, I just need the product solo. So it's really great, again, because you can use it, individually, or you can actually use it with other products. Whitney, I know you're really excited about this one in particular. This is
I'm so excited that we're going to have another product that shows those results so quickly. And there's a bundle with an incredible deal with no word sales, and you get all three, and you get 135 samples.
That's right. $34.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. That one to me is the add-on, right? Okay, Whitney. Thank you so much for being with me today, but before we close out, I know that you have so much wisdom to share. We've run through all of the professional treatments, why we get those treatments, what our solutions are with Avon, all of our incredible facials, but I know that you really want to share how to take all of this new knowledge and really turn it into sales. So Whitney, take it away.
You want to go have a seat?
Oh, sure. Okay, let's go sit down then, Whitney. Let's go to our little coffee chat lounge. This is fun.
Give your little feet the break.
Maybe on stage all day.
I like to approach all skincare lines, all products in the portfolio, the same way. I've learned as much as I can about the products, and the more you know about products, the more you're going to grow. You're going to grow your business, your customer base. So once I find everything I can out about the product, then I go find my customer. So if Jenny was talking about products today and you thought of someone in your life, a customer, a friend, family, write their name down and reach out to them about whatever treatment came to mind when she was sharing those. Sometimes people don't come to mind, and you have to think about who your ideal customer is. So you're gonna think, with the Knox collagen booster, the microneedling polisher, maybe it's somebody who is working 40 hours a week. It's a mom, she's tired, she's exhausted, she can't afford to go to a spa, she doesn't have the time, doesn't think she deserves the self-care, she's not taking care of herself. This is a perfect product for her. So when I figure out who my product is for, then I go find them. I love to go find them on social media. That's my favorite. I am a mom, a wife, I love Hallmark Christmas movies, I am a network marketer, so I like to go on Facebook, and I love yoga. I'm going to see if there's a skin yoga. I think I'm going to have to join that as well. But I like to go in these like-minded groups and be my genuine, authentic self. I can be Whitney the mom in this group, and Whitney the yogi in this group, and Whitney the Christmas Hallmark movie lover. And I spend about 10 minutes each day going in these groups and making genuine connections and networking and getting to know people. So when I connect with people, I can make these foundations of friendship. And when I reach out to them with a new line or with products, then they will trust me and know that I'm not just sending those hey girl messages and trying to get a sale, because I'm trying to help them, right? That's what we're doing with the skincare.
I love that you said hey girl messages. Everybody's received those, right?
Yeah. And I call them bye girl messages, because when I get them, I'm not responding to you anymore. Bye girl. Hey girl. Bye girl. And I also, when I made these connections, I'll invite them into my customer group so they are connected to me, and that's the group that I sell in. But in these little groups, I'm not selling to them, I'm just networking and getting to know them and growing my network. So it's important to note that everybody in these groups are not going to be your customers, but they are going to be an opportunity to grow. My friend, I'm going to use names in the crowd, Joanna, that I met in a mom group, she might be out to lunch with her friend, Michaela, and Michaela says, oh my gosh, my skin is so dry. I've tried so many products, I can't find a solution. And Joanna's going to say, hey girl. My friend that I met in this group, she is a skincare junkie. She loves all things skincare. I know she can help you. And then Joanna's going to get Michaela in touch with me, and I'm going to get to the root of Michaela's problem, and I'm going to help her feel beautiful in her own skin. And then when Michaela goes to lunch with her buddy Matt, and Matt says, wow, your skin looks so good. I need those products too. And then I can sell to Matt, right? So my network goes from here to here to here, and I just think social media is such a beautiful thing. You can really network and grow your customer base that way.
Absolutely, and Matt probably needs a lot of those products, right? Purchases a lot.
I mean, he's been taking care of the Team Envision over the weekend. He needs a treatment.
Yes,
We're a lot.
But you make a really good point about social media, and really expanding your base. But tell us a little bit about when the products launch. Like, what is your approach?
I learn. I watch your trainings. They're my favorite. You really have to learn about the products and know what the benefits are, and think about who this is for. I love to ask questions. What is your biggest skincare concern? And then I can help you find a solution. So we are problem solvers. We are different than going to a store, because when you go into the store, all these products are right there. Or when you look at a brochure, they're all right there. But that's what makes us different. We're able to solve those problems. So people are going to come to us and say, hey Janine, I've got dry skin, what do I do? And we have to know about the products, so we can say, hey, let's try this Relief line or this new booster line.
No, absolutely. Whitney, I need to ask you for a time check, because I could just keep talking and talking. How am I doing?
1:45.
How much?
1:45.
1:45. Okay. Oh, I'm right at almost time.
Well, we share one story.
I want you to share. Yes, I do. Before they hook us off stage, I want you to share another story, because I know that this was really. It actually touched me. I was like, wow.
Well, a few weeks ago, my husband and kids and I were in Destin, Florida, absolutely beautiful. And we were with my husband's brother and his wife and their kids. And we went to an outlet mall one day, and there was a big department store that I've never been into. It's not in our area, and I thought, I'm gonna go, right? Like, it's there once in a lifetime. Maybe not this lifetime, but I went to experience it. And I went back to our beach house, and I went, I'm a pretty big deal. I just went to the store. And my sister-in-law said, yeah, I saw that store, but I didn't go in the door. I didn't think I could afford it, and I'm not that kind of material. and it kind of, it touched me. She didn't walk in the door of the store because she didn't feel like she was worthy to be part of that. And we all have friends or family or customers that, or maybe even it's you, if you don't feel like you are worthy enough to go to a spa, or you don't feel like you have the time, or you deserve it, or you can afford it. And I feel, so you don't walk in the door of the spa, and I feel like it's our job, our duty to open up the door to the spa, the skincare line, and let our customers know, come on in, you can afford this, you got 5 minutes, I got a peel for you. You want to join for a discount, come on in for that too. But you are worth it, come on in, and just kind of let the customers know that they can afford these high-end products without the high-end price.
Absolutely, that is so impactful and so true. So many times we actually kind of hold ourselves back, right, from all of the possibilities. Well, before we close out today, I really just wanted to talk about a couple of our resources. So we are going to have a shopping page on Avon.com with all of the products that were featured in this session today. And we're going to have them labeled as our spa level skincare. So that is something we're going to be communicating that you will absolutely be able to share. We also have some additional resources in your workbook. If you took a peek, we have a couple of things that we didn't talk about today, but were really important, right? We know that you always ask, hey, if I have a skin concern, what product, what brand is right for me? And so we've actually put a little chart in there for all of you so that you can actually recommend the right brands. And we've even done that for our eye creams. And of course, we always have our resources in Avon U. But I hope you have all had a wonderful time today. By the way, congratulations on becoming a skin spa specialist. Much for joining me, and thank you to all of you, whether you're here in person, whether you're virtual. I hope you enjoyed the session. I promise there's a lot more to come and a lot more coming today. This is going to be a day full of activities. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day.